Bites the floor. Given the events and the indictments, do you think you will be arrested, considering...
These days, anyone can be arrested for no reason at all. There were people who weren't even in Brasilia and got arrested. Being in the hands of one person decided the future of anyone. Putting him in preventive detention, would he get it? And you saw, a fan from São Paulo made the report about a Judge Alexandre Moraes with the head of the Committee for Combating Misinformation. With the head of the Committee for Combating Misinformation. Look, the minister asked for that. Make the report as he wishes. The minister wants Eduardo Bolsonaro. Use your creativity. Only this in the Lava Jato would have been annulled a long time ago. Is the possible punishment against me fair? What a blow. What a blow.
But, regardless of your assessment of whether it's fair or not, do you think it could happen?
Because one can be arrested at any moment. Understand? Braganay is in jail. According to what we see in the records, for having talked to Colonel Sid's father a year earlier. And the investigation been done, the charges were filed, handed to Supreme Court. There was no way he could be arrested for obstruction of justice. There's no way. It's like Felipe G. Martins. He didn't go to the United States. He was almost a year in jail. And now they're denying me my passport. It's in Alexandre Moraes' document that I could flee Brazil like Felipe Martins did in 2022 on my plane. He didn't get on my plane. Period. Don't want to give it, I'm not giving it, and that's fine. Another thing, where is my court? Supreme Court or trial? Where do I go for the people who were arrested now then? It's the first instance, not the last instance.
If that happens in your assessment, you being wrongfully arrested, what's going to happen?
I'm going to jail. I'm not leaving Brazil. I'm not going to flee Brazil. I could have stayed there when I went to the United States. When I went for the post, I could have stayed. I came here knowing all the risks that are happening. Of course, it's going to have a worldwide impact. When you arrest a former president, people want to know the reason. Look, the world today, Grande Paz already knows what's happening in Brazil.
But do you think there could be a social uproar, perhaps?
No, I'm not going to suggest anything, nor propose, nor think that this is a tremendous injustice like what's being done to these people, as well as with the people being investigated alongside me, accused of attempted coup. You can see in 22, the elections are over. Valdemar da Costa Neto gave a power of attorney for the lawyer to question some things regarding the elections. Because of this, Valdemar got involved in the inquiry about democracy issues, where you can't doubt the elections. Now you can't doubt in 22 because in 18 they doubted mine. In 18 the elections were over. A very well-written document arrived at the TSE, and 3 days after the elections, the inquiry was opened, the inquiry was established. Inquiry 3061. This is an ostensive inquiry.
Tell me what's in the inquiry.
I won't tell you. You've discussed this inquiry. Ostensive inquiry. Tell us. Ostensive inquiry. I mean, but why?
Out election.
This inquiry. I became aware in 21. Okay. And how did we become aware? On the occasion of a proposed amendment to the Constitution by Deputy Bia Kicis regarding printed ballots, someone raised this inquiry unanimously. The lawmakers simply voted to go along with B. How I followed this inquiry, it arrived. The ostensive one. Everyone had access. I had access. And when I showed this inquiry to the ambassadors, the next day, someone from the Electoral Court classified this inquiry as confidential. In other words, we have the findings here. Everything is hidden. My lawyer doesn't have access to the entire draft of the coup yet. There was no access in the plea deal there. No one has access, it's because it's still ongoing? No, but it's still ongoing because it's a complaint. For 2 years, they couldn't figure out who was behind this terrible coup. The other day, a colleague from Israel even told me, right? What kind of coup is this in Brazil that Mossad didn't know about? It's a joke. What kind of coup is this that they're accusing me of? Right? Of me being there in Orlando. From Disney, with Mickey, Goofy, and Goofy Donuts plotting a coup here in Brazil. The federal police went so far as to say that I transferred my money to the United States, about 800,000 reais, that I converted into dollars to carry out a coup. You're going to pull off a coup with 800,000 reais?
It would be, oh, for God's sake, according to the federal police, it would be for you to stay there while the coup was happening. If someone wants to stage a coup,
We would go, police. What lousy federal police is this? To United States. It's the last country where you would do something like that?
still, just to wrap up these investigation topics. Something that caught a lot of attention, and I wanted to know if you were aware of it at any point. The story of the black kids from the plan to kill Lula, Alexandra, de Moraes, and General Alckmin.
Look, whoever wrote it, you take responsibility for that. What did I see in the press? That's on General Mario's account, right? What I heard is that those three names aren't there. It suggests that it would be them.
But were you disappointed?
I don't think anyone wants that. You're not making empty threats. It's not an empty threat. Are you going to kidnap yourself and poison yourself? I'm going to kidnap you, put a little pill in your mouth? Damn it. For God's sake.
It happens.
For God's sake.
With security, yes, but this discussion, this consideration, right? You say you've always played by the rules, etc. This kind of discussion is indeed a thought. Saying that, it's fine if it doesn't materialize, but it disappoints you because you don't ask for people of a certain age.
With the experience you have writing, just nonsense like that makes no sense. It really doesn't make any sense, okay?